Hi everyone. Hopefully you all know by now, but if you don't, my name is Rachel Abrams and I'm running for Cousy President. I remember when I was in 8th grade and at the end of the year banquet. I was talking with Brandon and he told me that I should consider running for the board. I never really thought about it until he and then other people in the chapter told me that I should give it a shot. I also remember in 9th grade, a few months before the banquet and elections, I called Elaine and I ran a few ideas past her and asked her about the positions. I believe this reflects how I would be as a chapter president because I know that I should always use my resources and talk to people for any questions I have. For a chapter that literally has Kahila, community, in its name, we have to remember that we are a family and we are always there for each other. I will make sure that I'm working hard with the other board members because anyone could technically do it alone, but not as well as we could all do it together. The message of working with others is also shown in Judaism. There are 2 times in the whole Torah that we see the words lo tov, not good. The first time is when God says it is not good for man to be alone. The second time is when Yitro tells Moses, what you are doing is not good, referring to Moses leading alone. I believe that we cannot lead or live alone because we learn from and better one another. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and when working together, we can all do what we're best at and help each other become better at things that we need work on. As the saying goes, 2 brains are better than 1, and 3 are even better. This leads into some of my points as a president, starting with communication being a key factor for both the board and the chapter. I will make sure that we have a board meeting every month. I will talk to the youth director weekly. The emails to the board and the parents will continue, and I will call all of the parents of the synagogue in the summer to inform them about Cousy and the first event once I get the information of parents' numbers. Another point of mine is that we will work on not procrastinating with events, because at times we plan things last minute, and although they were still fun, it's better to be on top of things. Lastly, I want to keep all of our traditional events, but I also want to have some different events added into the mix. One idea that I got while talking to Lily Bluestein about her and other chapters' traditional events that are weekly or monthly was Spicy Saturdays. What are Spicy Saturdays, you ask? Spicy Saturdays are a monthly event that I would like to start. They would be in the youth lounge after services and brunch, and it would be an all ages event for any kids that are in the synagogue. I believe that if the word is spread properly and we can get a good attendance, this could be a way to get new members into the youth group. Another thing I would like to do next year to help boost the number of people attending events is to take note of who is at the events. I would then give a prize to the kids that go to at least the minimum number of times, and I would give them a prize at the end of the year banquet. Cousy is known to be a small chapter, but that just means we can only get bigger. This year, although I know it will be difficult, I would love to get at least 5 new members. I know in the past we've always continued to try to get new members, and it isn't anyone's fault that we're a small chapter. It's just that it can be difficult. As Henry Ford said, don't find the fault, find the remedy. It is important that we don't focus on this as a problem, but as a place to grow as a chapter. I would also like to do a survey or ask the kids of the Hebrew School what events they would like to have. I think that it is important that we get their input and do what we can to make it happen, within reason. I think that I would make a good chapter president because I like to stay organized, on top of things, especially by knowing the calendar like the back of my hand, and I have a love for USY, and I want to make sure that Cousy lives on. So please vote for me for Cousy President.